Before you know it, school will be starting. What do the kids do after school? Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. Joining me in the studio is Mike Steffe. Mike is the Executive Director for the Y, the Tri-County Y, that is. And also joining us is Jami Ferguson. She is the after-school coordinator for the Tri-County Y. Welcome to both of you to the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us, Bill.
Well, Mike, we're going to go ladies first. We're going to talk about the after-school program at the Y, and then we're going to talk to Mike about career opportunities or job opportunities for those who might be looking for something to do over the school year. All right, Jami, what is the after-school program?
After school is a great program for you to send your kid after school. We do a very good job of making sure kids get their homework done. If they don't have homework, we have educational activities that they have to work on. That might be flashcards, books for them to read. It's really good. The older kids really enjoy working with the younger kids. We do character development, which is where we choose a weekly theme. It could be anywhere from manners, friendship, respect, and the staff will just elaborate on that. We also do fitness fun. Our kids love to take part in yoga. We might do something little like jumping jacks, do some laps around the gym just to get them moving. We have planned activities, and that might be a variety of arts and crafts. We have the library comes for a visit. Last year, 4-H came out. We have free time. You know, it's all about those kids and getting them moving. So.
And this is for kids who are in school, and when they're done with school, it's an after-school program so that the parents don't have to worry about a sitter. So what are the ages? Is it kindergarten? Is it
We
first
do
grade?
take preschool at most of our sites, depending on the bus situation, but it goes up to 5th grade.
Up to 5th grade?
Yes.
Okay. And so it's arranged through the Y or through the parents in the school for the kids to go from wherever school they are to wherever they go?
We coordinate with these schools. We have a few bus drivers that actually volunteer their time. For example, our Holy Trinity serves the Ireland elementary kids. So a Holy Trinity bus driver, she says, hey, I'm there anyway, I'll just pick up the kids and bring them back here. So that's awesome. Then we coordinate with Ferdinand as well. A lady, after her bus route, she comes back and volunteers her time to bring the kids back. So we do communication with the school and get them to us, so parents don't have to worry about that.
But the parents do need to leave at least a note
Yes.
for the first few days.
Please tell your teachers where to send your kid for the day.
Which bus they need to get on.
Yeah, so we do have, last year we did keychains for the kids' backpacks, so they would know, oh, you're going to the Y, so it helps out.
Well, let's talk about the locations where you offer the after-school program.
Okay, we have Pine Ridge Elementary, so that serves Pine Ridge. We do get a few kids from Cedar Crest. We have Ferdinand Elementary, which serves Ferdinand, and we will coordinate if they do need to come from Cedar Crest as well. We have 5th Street Elementary, which serves 5th Street and 10th Street students. And then we have Holy Trinity Central Campus, which serves Holy Trinity and Ireland kids.
And since the Y is located in Ferdinand, when you say Ferdinand Elementary, the kids are staying at the elementary school?
They are there for about 45 minutes, and then they get bused down to the YMCA.
Okay, so the parents probably are picking them up at the Y.
A
depends?
few. Most of the time they're picking them up at the Y, so.
And how long are the kids being occupied?
As soon as they are in our care, depending on which location, everyone gets dismissed at a different time, and we run our program till 6 o'clock in the evening.
Okay, so parents will have somebody watching the kids at least until 6.
Yes.
And they can pick them up anytime
Yes.
between that time.
Yes.
Okay. What about grandma and grandpa or an aunt or somebody like that picking up kids?
Not a problem. We, on our initial registration form, we have a pickup list. So those names listed are added to our sign-in sheets. So at any time, if you need to add someone, just let us know. We'll get them on there for the first couple of weeks for your child's safety until staff can recognize who you are.
Sure.
We will check ID. So if they're not on the list, we'll make a phone call and say, hey, so-and-so is here to pick up Johnny. Is this okay? So.
Yeah, excellent. Okay. Now Mike, it takes people to do this work, and you hire folks for that sort of work.
We do, and we're currently looking for people to help with our after-school programs. So the job runs from, your start time will be anywhere between 2:30 and 3, up until 5:30 or 6. Multiple sites, as Jami mentioned, and multiple days. So we have people who work maybe just Tuesdays and Thursdays. We have people that work 5 days a week. We do hire high school seniors as well. We always try to have an adult with the kids as well, but it's a good opportunity for a high school senior maybe who doesn't have activities planned for right after school during the certain time period, and they're interested in maybe going into teaching or just like working with kids or just looking for a part-time job. We definitely employ a lot of those high school seniors as well.
And it's a Monday through Friday sort of a thing. It's not a whole lot of hours, so it's probably ideal for some people, especially like you said, a senior after high school, maybe a grandma or somebody who's going to be watching kids anyway.
Yeah, so we have a lot of instructional assistants, teachers' aides, younger teachers who maybe don't have kids of their own, but it's just a good opportunity to maybe tack a couple extra hours on the end of the day and stay involved with the kids and stay involved with your community.
Now, there's a cost involved, obviously, for your kids to go through the Y, and how does that work? Because you have different levels.
Yes, we have a tiered pricing. So it's based off of if you are a YMCA member or a program participant, and then we base it off of which lunch rate you are on. So if you pay regular, reduced, or free, and the other nice thing, if you only need to utilize the program for 2 days a week, you're just paying for those 2 days. You're not locked in for paying for the full week.
Okay, so if a child is sick and doesn't make it to that class, you're not charged for that day?
No, you are not.
So you're only charged when they go. So if they're out of school because of snow, that's another day then?
Yes.
Okay.
Very
that's
flexible.
excellent. But you could set it up any way you wanted: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday, or all 5 days.
You sure can. We have a lot of families that use it as a backup system as well. If they have send their kids to a babysitter and their sitter is out for a week, if they send their kids just for a week out of the whole school year, that's fine. We're here for what you need.
Now, let's say time gets away from parents, which it does, and they forget to register their child through the Y, and school has started, and they want their kids going to the Y. Is that a problem?
It's not a problem. The sooner the better.
Mm-hmm.
That way, we get paperwork in, they're in the computer system. I can notify the school. The school keeps a list as well for the kids that are signed up for the Y program. So the sooner the better, but come mid-year, if you need a place to send your kids after school, just call us up.
We would just like at least 1 day's notice.
Sure.
Yeah.
We do have the occasional child that shows up and we're not aware that they were coming to the program, and they might have the registration in their backpack.
Yes.
And obviously we take care of the kids as well, but we would at least like a day's notice to know how many we're supposed to have, who's supposed to come, because those first couple of weeks of school and even throughout the year, the kids get confused sometimes if they're in their routine, if they're always getting on the bus going home, and then one day they come to the YMCA. Sometimes they get in the line and get in the wrong line and get on the wrong bus, and we have to track them down. But we definitely accept registrations the whole entire school year.
I imagine that probably the first few weeks, kids get confused and go home, and they're not supposed to. They're supposed to go to the Y.
Yes, it happens, but we'll take care of them.
Okay.
It's one of the most amazing things to me is how the kids who are 4 or 5 years old starting school now, 99% of the time they end up going to the right place. And when you see them all get in line after school and get on the right bus, that's a pretty big accomplishment.
Yeah.
Especially for some of those kids as young as they are going to school now.
Now, something you may have said it, but I missed it. Food's important. Are they fed a snack?
We do. We follow HEPA, which is Healthy Eating Physical Activity. So we always have a fruit or a veggie served. So there is a snack every day. So.
Now, the important thing is to get your kids registered.
Yes.
And there's a registration fee, and then you pay as you go, I guess
Yes.
would be the way to look at it. How do they register? Where do they go? Where can they get that information?
We have forms available. Of course, when school gets back in session, you can stop by our facility at Ferguson. We have it on our website as well. So lots of places.
Okay, so plenty of places to get it and get it back to you right away.
Yes.
Anything you'd like to add about the after-school program?
I don't think so. Just looking forward to another great school year and seeing kids we have served before and lots of new faces as well.
Yeah, last year we served over 200 kids in our after-school program, and it's definitely a growing thing, and definitely the parents enjoy. And the best thing is picking your kids up and homework's done, and they've had a snack, so you don't have to worry about running home and getting that homework done before going to your next activity that evening, or the kids just being starving, and they can go home and wait for you to make supper. And it's a pretty good deal, and I think the parents definitely enjoy it, and I know the kids enjoy it. So we'll have a lot of kids who are in our summer camps right now that will roll over into after school, and it's great to see those kids kind of grow along the way.
Well, much needed and much appreciated by, I'm sure, the parents. So thank you to the Y for offering that. Excel After the Bell, the after-school program that the Tri-County Y offers at a school near you. Thanks to Mike Steffe, he's the Executive Director of the Tri-County Y, and Jami Ferguson, the after-school coordinator. Contact them, contact the Y to get your kids enrolled for this year's after-school program. Thanks to both of you.
Thanks,
Thank
Bill.
you for watching WJTS. We are local people watching local people.